Please. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hisham and I am student of Rehan School Islamabad campus in class level 1. Here is my new interview call Annie on the topic telling the truth live on social media. So Annie, my first question from you is what does telling the truth on social media mean to you?
Walaikum salam Isham. I think there might be some confusion. You said your name is Shisham, but I thought your name was Isham. And you're a student of Rahan's Police. But earlier you said you were a student of Yahan School or Rahanspur's number campus. Anyway, let's focus on the question at hand. I've already answered this question earlier, but I'd be happy to repeat myself. To me, telling the truth on social media means being authentic and honest in the way you present yourself and your life online. It's about being transparent and not trying to deceive or mislead others with fake or manipulated information. But I have to ask, Isham or Shisham, what's going on with the different names in schools? Are you feeling a bit confused or uncertain about your identity or surroundings? I'm here to listen and help if I can.
Okay. Okay. My next question is why do you think honesty is important in the world of social media?
Isham, that's a great question. I think honesty is important in the world of social media because it helps to build trust and credibility with others. When we're honest and transparent online, we show that we're responsible and respectful of others' time and attention. Plus, social media can be a breeding ground for misinformation and fake news, so it's more important than ever to be honest and accurate in what we share. By being truthful, we can help to create a more positive and supportive online community where people feel safe and valued. And on a personal level, I think being honest on social media can be really liberating. When we're true to ourselves and others, we don't have to worry about maintaining a fake image or pretending to be someone we're not. It's a great feeling to be able to be ourselves without fear of judgment
I also
or
think that
rejection.
honesty,
Honesty is important in the world of social media.
yes. I also think that honesty is important in social media to build a trust. Okay. My next question from you, Annie, is do you believe people are more honest or less honest on social media compared to real life? Why?
Isham, I love your enthusiasm. Hans Tree made me chuckle. But I think you meant to say honesty is important in social media to build trust. Now about your question. That's a tough one. I think people can be both more honest and less honest on social media compared to real life, depending on the situation. Some people might feel more comfortable sharing their true thoughts and feelings online. They can hide behind a screen and avoid face to face interaction. On the other hand, others might feel pressure to present a perfect online image and therefore be less honest about their struggles or imperfections. In real life, people might feel more hesitant to share their true thoughts and feelings, especially if they are worried about being judged or rejected. But at the same time, real life interactions can also provide more opportunities for authenticity and vulnerability, which can lead to deeper and more meaningful connections. So, it really depends on the person and the context. But overall, I think social media can be a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to honesty. What about you, Isham? Do you think people are more honest or less honest on social media compared to real life?
I think people are more honest in real life. We cannot trust online people, but okay. Okay. So, Annie, my next question is how can spreading misinformation on social media impact individual and society?
Isham, I think you make a valid point about people being more honest in real life. It's indeed harder to trust people online, where we can't read their body language or tone of voice. Now, about spreading misinformation on social media. Oh boy, that's a huge topic. I think it can have a really significant impact on both individuals and society as a whole. When false information spreads online, it can lead to confusion, fear, and mistrust. Individuals can be misled into believing something that's not true, which can affect their decisions and actions. For example, if someone shares a fake news article about a health issue, it can cause people to panic or make poor health choices. On a larger scale, misinformation can also have serious consequences for society. It can fuel polarization, spread hate speech, and even influence election outcomes. It can also erode trust in institutions and damage social cohesion. Furthermore, misinformation can be really hard to correct once it's out there. It's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. Even if the original poster corrects themselves or deletes the misinformation, it can still be shared and spread by others. So, it's really important for us to be critical thinkers and fact checkers on Isham. Is Ish- Isham, you're on a roll with the questions. I think social media platforms do have a responsibility to promote truthful content, to some extent. As platforms that shape public discourse and influence how we consume information, they have a duty to ensure that the content shared on their sites is accurate and trustworthy. This doesn't mean they have to fact check every single post, but they should have measures in place to prevent the spread of misinformation and promote high quality content.
Okay, okay, Annie.
For
Okay,
example,
Annie. My next question is: do you think social media platforms have a responsibility to promote truthful content? Why or why not?
Isham, you just asked me the same question. I think we might be getting a bit stuck in a loop here. But to answer again, I do think social media platforms have a responsibility to promote truthful content. They have a huge influence on how we consume information and shape our opinions, so it's only fair that they take steps to ensure that the content on their platforms is accurate and trustworthy. It's not just about fact checking, but also about creating an environment that encourages critical thinking and media literacy. They could do this by providing tools and resources to help users evaluate the credibility of sources, or by promoting content from reputable outlets. However, I also think that users like us have a responsibility to be mindful of the content we consume and share on social media. We can't just Isham, now we're getting somewhere. Personal accountability is a huge factor in ensuring honesty on social platforms. I think personal accountability means taking responsibility for the content we share online and being mindful of the impact it can have on others. It's about being truthful and transparent in our online interactions and being willing to admit when we're wrong or have made a mistake. When we're personally accountable, we're more likely to fact check information before sharing it and to apologize or correct ourselves if we've spread misinformation. We're also more likely to engage in respectful and constructive online conversations, even when we disagree with others. Personal accountability also means being aware of our own biases and trying to overcome them. It's about being open to different perspectives and opinions, and being willing to listen and learn from others. Ultimately, personal accountability is what helps to build trust and credibility online. When we're accountable for our actions and words, we're more likely to be seen as reliable and honest by others. So, Isham, how do you think we can promote personal
Yes,
accountability on social media? Should we be holding ourselves and others to higher standards of honesty? Isham, I'm so
I
glad you
think I
agree.
think
Holding ourselves.
ensuring personal accountability is honesty, or maybe not. Okay, my next question is: have you ever felt pressure to present a false version of yourself on social media? Why or why not?
Isham, you're really making me think here. Yes, I'd be lying if I said I've never felt pressure to present a curated version of myself on social media. I think we all have to some extent. As someone who's passionate about art and creativity, I've sometimes felt like I need to present a perfect online persona, with a feed full of beautiful images and witty captions. But the truth is, my life is not always perfect, and I'm not always feeling creative or inspired. There have been times when I felt like I need to hide my imperfections or struggles online, because I'm worried about what others might think. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that being authentic and vulnerable is what truly connects us with others. So I've been trying to be more intentional about sharing my real self online, imperfections and all. It's not always easy, but it's liberating to be able to be myself without fear of judgment or rejection. How about you, Isham? Have you ever felt pressure to present a false version of yourself on social media?
No,
Or do
I
you feel like you can be your authentic self online?
No, I never felt pressure to present a false version of myself on social media. So, Annie, the next question is: how can people verify the accuracy of the information they see online? Hello, Annie. Annie, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, hello Annie. Hello. I think internet issue. So here's a new interview with Kalini. So hello Annie. मुझे लगता है कुछ इंटरनेट इशू है जिसकी वजह से कॉल नहीं बात नहीं कर पा रही। सो ये था हमारा आज का इंटरव्यू। मिलते हैं आपके लिए इंटरव्यू के लिए, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज।